Am I the a-hole for exposing my brother's wife as a homewrecker after a cruel wedding prank? So this is a long story from a few years ago that recently got brought back up and I still get hate for. Also, English is not my first language, so sorry for the mistakes. Me, F, and my brother are only 13 months apart. We grew up attached at the hip till high school. Puberty got us fighting like crazy and we grew apart. We still loved each other, but we weren't best friends anymore. When we got to the dating age, we made a pact that we wouldn't date each other's friends, cause we didn't want to fight over them. That went well for only a year, till he showed up with my best friend telling my parents they were dating. I was mad for a bit, but got over it pretty fast as three were a cute couple and it seemed they really liked each other. They were together for 4 years and me and my friend grew like sisters. It was really nice. But then after those 4 years, my brother suddenly out of nowhere broke up with her. I didn't know why and neither did my friend. But only 2 months later they were back together. My brother was different though. Before, he was obsessed with his girlfriend and would do a bunch of nice things for her and give her cute Pete names and just overall seemed to be a really good boyfriend. This time around he was still nice, but no more nicknames or cute little dates and the extra stuff from before. Weird, but not my life, so I kept quiet. Till he met the homewrecker about a year later. My brother went on summer vacation with his boys while his GF went on vacation with her girls. While on vacation, my brother met Holly, not her really name Obvi. When he got back, he called Holly a friend he met while on vacation, and I didn't really question that until he broke up with his GF only 3 days after the trip and then started bringing Holly around not even a day after he had just broken up with his now ex-girlfriend. I started questioning if they hadn't already hooked up while on vacation. And I didn't have to question it for long, because not a month later we all went to go get drunk at a bar together where they drunkenly spilled that they did in fact start hooking up in the summer the day they met. I was mad at them but didn't know what to do at the time or who to tell, so I kept it to myself. I could have told his ex, but she was already super upset and not talking to me, and I didn't want to become the bad guy in her or anyone else's eyes. About 2 years later, Holly and my brother got engaged. In those 2 years I still didn't like the fact that they cheated, but I moved on and even got decently close to Holly. Besides the cheating, she was a beautiful and kind girl. Or so I thought. Holly asked me to be her bridesmaid and I said yes. There were 4 other bridesmaids and her sister was her maid of honor. They all went dress stopping together, but I couldn't go as I was still in uni and just couldn't make it. They did send me a lot of photos and all the dresses Holly's and the bridesmaids were really pretty. Holly herself had texted me saying that she would like to come with me to buy me a bridesmaid's dress. I thought that would be really nice and something fun we could do together. So we went to a dress store together. It was really fun. She wanted all her bridesmaids in this dark green color, so we both picked a few dresses in that color for me to try on. Okay, a little to me, but it's important for the story. I have a somewhat larger chest. I am a pretty skinny woman, so my chest is quite noticeable. I used to be insecure about it, because I really don't like to get attention for it, as once again I am very shy. So my pick for dresses covered any bit of cleavage. They were nice and Holly liked them but wanted me to try on her pick. The dress was very pretty and I really liked it, but it accentuated my chest a lot. I showed her the dress and I told her I wasn't sure because of my chest. I asked her if it wasn't too much. She told me she loved the dress and that I had to get it. She was hyping it up, making me feel very beautiful. So I bought it. The day of the wedding arrived. And I know I wasn't the a-hole here, no matter how much anyone would say otherwise. I showed up to the bridal suite to get my makeup done. I had my pretty dress on and had done my own hair and some of the other bridesmaids' hair. 2 of the bridesmaids and the maid of honor had looked at my dress funny. I didn't give it much attention until one of them pointed out that my dress was kinda inappropriate. I told her that Holly had picked it herself. They all shared looks. I was starting to feel really insecure. A bit later I ran into my brother only minutes before the wedding would actually start. He looked mad, so I asked him what was wrong. This is when crappy hit the fan. He told me that one of the other bridesmaids had told Holly about my dress being inappropriate and that I was trying to outshine the bride. Holly had then called him upset and crying that I was trying to ruin their wedding, and so he came to find me. He called my dress bad and that I was a horrible sister. I was shocked and told him that Holly herself had chosen the dress, but he didn't want to hear it. He wanted me to go home, get a more appropriate dress and come back. I was left shell-shocked and went home to do as he told me to. I did call my mom, who was still at the wedding, and told her what happened, but she didn't know who to believe anymore because the bridesmaids had apparently told everyone at the wedding what was going on according to them. I really didn't want to go back to the wedding, but I also didn't want to make everything worse. I got back to the wedding just after the vows. Driving home and finding a dress and then driving back took a bit of time. I snuck in and sat at the back, still out of it mentally. The ceremony finished and everyone moved to the party set up at a different location. I got endless dirty looks and I could hear people whisper a bunch of mean lies about me. I felt awful. And Holly just kept smirking at me. I was so lost. I had never done anything to her and I had genuinely thought that she liked me. I didn't talk to either my brother or Holly much after the wedding. The first time we talked again was after they returned from their honeymoon. I told my brother again that his now wife had chosen the dress and that I never meant to hurt either of them. I even showed him the pictures Holly had made while dress stopping and reminded him how much I had always hated attention. He didn't want to hear it. Life went on for a while and we didn't speak much that year. I know I'm not an a-hole for wearing the dress, and I'm pretty much sure that Holly did it on purpose. I just didn't know why. Then their anniversary came. And this is where I might be the a-hole. Holly posted a video of their vows on Instagram. I had been gone changing my dress, so I had missed them. So when I saw the video, I saw them for the first time. Holly had done this cute thing where she kept saying the date and then the memory that belonged to that date. So when they first met, their first really date, all the fun things they had done together, and so on and so on. It was cute, but the dates were strange. I am no crazy person who keeps every date and moment in their memory, but the date of their first kiss was only one day apart according to her from the day they met. She had accidentally told everyone that she had kissed my brother at a time that he still had a girlfriend. I don't think anyone noticed this mistake. Except me. I didn't do anything with this information until family dinner. So the weekend after, we all went to my parents' house for family dinner. We all live close, so my mom invited us often to all eat together and catch up. The dinner went peacefully until my mother congratulated my brother and Holly for their anniversary. The topic went to memories of the wedding. Holly brought up my awful dress and how sweet it was of her husband to tell me to go change for her. I was mad, but had expressed my feelings about the matter so much already, so I just ignored it and instead drank a little too much wine. I wasn't drunk, but I was definitely tipsy and mad. I had been the bad guy all year and I was over it. That night I scrolled back to the wedding vows video and made a comment tagging my brother's ex and asking her if she had known that he had already been seeing someone else behind her back that summer. It was petty, I know. I woke up to a lot of messages from everyone we knew. The video had blown up and so had the comment. My brother was mad. Holly had deleted the video and was also blowing up my phone. A bunch of other people had seen it and texted me. And the ex saw it too. She invited me to brunch. Which we didn't have right away. I didn't reply to a lot of people. Some were saying what I did was funny, some were calling me all the slurs under the sun. Holly had written to me how her mom called her a disgusting W-word, her mother was cheated on by her father who then left her with Holly when she was only a small child. Which was sad, but also kind of not my problem. My mom was also mad at me. She said there was no need for such petty revenge and that I was ruining me and my brother's relationship. I told her that I had been letting Holly walk all over me for more than a year and was over it. She didn't like it, but she did feel a little bad for how my brother and Holly had treated me all this time. The ex and I did end up going for brunch a few weeks later and I told her everything. She was both happy and mad that I didn't tell her before. She was mad cause she was broken up with without reason at the time, and happy cause she felt she would have been broken way more if she had known. I also told her about the dress fiasco and why I had tagged her in the Insta video. She thought it was hilarious, which made me happy. Now for years I have been the a-hole, and sometimes it still hurts because I still have to hear about me being this horrible sister all the time, but I feel it would have been that way had I made the comment or not. I don't think I am, but was I the a-hole? I hope you guys like this video. If you did, make sure like, comment, share and subscribe the channel. Our posts